What's happening, party people? This is your guy Damien. Welcome to Damien All Day. We got action. Well, we've had action like for a couple days now. To me, I just think this is just some trash beyond belief. I don't believe in this whatsoever. What I'm talking about the James Harden trade for Ben Simmons. I don't understand this with Daryl Morey, the GM of the 76ers. It's not making any sense at all with this whole thing. And what's James Harden's problem? Now, this is the next team that he decides to go ahead and, I don't want to play here no more. I'm not feeling it, or whatever the case may be. And then want to decide to get up and leave or demand in the trade or something like that. Like, who does James Harden think he is? Dude, you're not that far away from becoming to be washed up to some degree. You already look like somebody's uncle on the basketball court right now. You kidding me? Like, come on now. So the Brooklyn Nets, they're trading James Harden, or they traded James Harden and Paul Millsap to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks. The Nets are getting 2 first-round picks along with Andre Drummond and Seth Curry. And then, of course, obviously, Ben Simmons. For James Harden and Paul Millsap, it blows my mind as to how stupid of a trade this is to me. How is this going to benefit the 76ers? Everybody keeps talking about Joel Embiid in this MVP season that he's having can go to waste if they don't do something. Well, they've done something. I don't think this is the move they should have did, for one. James Harden, what is he just magically just all of a sudden now going to just be the James Harden of old? And how does that work with Embiid, who is ball dominant in the first place? Like, come on now. This literally makes no sense. The 76ers, I don't know what Daryl Morey was thinking. He gave up way too much. I am not. Look, James Harden is all right to me. He's a pretty good player. He's a pretty good scorer. He's a great scorer. James Harden is not that type of guy I'm about to give an arm and a leg to get. I'm just not going to do that. There's no way in the world I'm just not going to do that. No. James Harden is the type of guy where it'll be a player for a player type thing now. Not like before when he was MVP caliber James Harden. But there's no way in the world I'm going to give up Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond, and Seth Curry for Paul Millsap and James Harden. This literally just doesn't make any sense to me. It's the stupidest crap that could be. This to me, this season was the dumbest trade. This was by far the dumbest trade, in my opinion. A lot of you don't even have to like that. Who cares? And if you guys are with me on that, cool. I just think this is the dumbest trade and it's trash. I'm going to tell you, there could have been other trades out there for Ben Simmons. Daryl Morey decided not to pull the trigger. Daryl Morey could have sent Ben Simmons to the Kings, but I believe he wanted De'Aaron in the deal, and the Kings weren't giving up De'Aaron at all. As you see, De'Aaron went nowhere from this whole trade deadline situation. Tyrese Halliburton ended up going. But, they got what they wanted out of Sabonis, and you see how that's doing. It's doing pretty good right now. But he had no other deals out there for Ben Simmons. He was pretty much going to be stuck. And then all of a sudden, James Harden's just disgruntled and wants to go and be out. I don't know for how long exactly. I don't know if it's been for the whole season or at some point during the season, whatever that case may be. But it just doesn't make any sense to me. You're trading away a scorer for a person who's not that great or not that good or just not much of a scorer. Ben Simmons is a fantastic defensive player, and he grabs the boards and he can move the ball around and play some great defense. He just can't shoot. He could probably drive to the basket if he's not worried about getting to the foul line, if it's not that much pressure. We've seen what he did in the playoffs last season. But, you know, I mean, Simmons in some sort of way can offer more than what Harden has. Harden can score, but Harden has zero defense. Zero defense. None. It's somewhere around here. I don't even know if he's ever had it. But he has zero defense. But the guy can probably score at will. I don't know if he can still do that now, but that remains to be seen. But I think, to me, this is just, it's not going to work. Because who's to say if Harden may want to stay in Philadelphia after all this? And then on top of that, I think you're probably going to have to pay Harden. And then you're going to have to pay this man a lot of money for somebody who technically hasn't really earned it or doesn't even look like you should be able to be paying them. I'm telling you, James Harden looks like somebody's uncle playing in the neighborhood park. Sorry, this is how I feel. Y'all don't have to like it. I'm not saying James Harden is a scrub or anything like that, but he's not James Harden that he used to be. He's not. Ben Simmons, we don't know what he can be because he hasn't played. He hasn't even played minutes in practice. Is he going to play this season? I don't know. I honestly think he's probably going to play this season by the playoffs. He'll be playing for Brooklyn. But Brooklyn did good in getting Drummond and Seth Curry. They did really good on that. I like that for Brooklyn. I don't know how much that's going to help them, but I like that for Brooklyn. Brooklyn got better on the shooting tip and got better as with a big man. So, and I'm not talking about Simmons and everything because we don't know what we're going to get out of Simmons until Simmons is on the court. So, they got better in that department. I don't know what Paul Millsap can offer the 76ers. I really have no idea. I don't even know if he's been playing on Brooklyn. I haven't even paid attention to them. And then you got James Harden, will James Harden decide to come and play ball at Philly? Will he decide to come and be side by side with Joel Embiid? I don't know. I just think this is just a dumb deal. It's just, like, what is the point? Why would you? Okay, I understand Morey and Harden have a relationship. They've had a working relationship for a while. But let's just keep it 1,000 on this one, man. Who's to say Harden in maybe a year or 2 or 3 or whatever decides he may not want to play there? But will he do that? Because if you end up doing that again to them, then it's like, okay, well then pretty much no team's really going to mess with you now. And then you're pretty much ass out. So, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't really care for it. I just want to talk about it because I need to get this out. Because I just feel like I need to talk and get this out. Because I think this is trash. So, Ben Simmons, we don't know what we're going to get, but I'm curious to see how he's going to be in the Nets uniform. And will he play this season, which I think he will. Paul Millsap, I don't know what I can say about him. Paul Millsap is Paul Millsap. I do think that Andre Drummond is going to be, he's going to matter in his minutes. He's going to matter. And obviously Seth Curry, they're going to get him shots. Seth Curry's probably going to be able to get a good amount of shots with them focusing on KD whenever KD comes back. And, with Kyrie facilitating and whatever type of Kyrie you're going to get, whenever you're going to get him, I don't know. But all this, remains to be seen. We'll just have to see how all this happens and all this goes. Because honestly, I don't like the deal. I think it's trash. There's been other deals in the NBA that actually made more sense and were better. That's just my opinion. But anyway, thank you guys for listening, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out here and there. I'm trying to get these videos out. I've been kind of busy, so I haven't had a chance to pump out another video after another video after another video. But I'm going to be doing that. Just stay tuned. I got a lot more to talk about in a lot of different realms of sports and maybe even some entertainment stuff and all the other good stuff or whatever too. But until then, party people, I'm out. Thank you for listening.